It seems that over the last couple of years, we've seen a huge influx of massive Hollywood movie IPs branching out into VR gaming territory. Especially recently, we got Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, before that Ghostbusters, and now one of your dad's favourite films from the 90s has come to virtual reality. Yes, Men in Black has a VR game, and it's called Men in Black Most Wanted. And I was lucky enough to have early access to this title, and I just wanted to share my thoughts and help you decide if it's for you. So first off, you play as a member of the Men in Black, of course, who has lost their memory, and you must try to find a mole inside your agency. You begin in the Men in Black headquarters, which works as a central hub. Here you can head out on missions, upgrade your weapons, or progress the story. So the game is a mix of first-person action, exploration, puzzle solving, and stealth. There are sections where you'll be asked to explore an area, investigate clues related to your quest, and use your deneuralizer if you get caught. These parts can be a little boring at times and take some getting used to, especially early on as you grapple with the game's mechanics. Then you've got the action sequences. These can be fun, but they are very, very easy. Even after completing multiple missions and progressing through the game, I think I died once, and I didn't see an option for increasing the difficulty. You can upgrade your guns though between missions and unlock additional tools, which is always handy. For example, you can get a little robot that clings to walls, which is really fun, or you can change your gun to match your playstyle. It's the typical weapon upgrade system we've seen in many games before. Now we're going to talk about the puzzles. Now these can be frustrating, as all puzzles are. That's kind of the point. You have a magnetic hand that lets you push and pull metal objects, and this becomes a huge part of problem solving throughout the game. Some of them are really creative as well. The game doesn't hold your hand on many of these either, which is good if you like a challenge. Oh, and I just want to throw it out there, the graphics are actually pretty good. The comic book cartoon style lends a lot to the overall look, with quite a bit of detail in many areas. I would like to see a little bit more NPCs walking around, as the levels did feel a little empty, like there's like one or two NPCs walking about at times, and it just doesn't feel like there's a lot going on. So the game also has an invasion mode. It's effectively a multiplayer horde mode or wave shooter. You and one friend must take out waves of aliens and then use the funds you receive to buy health, turrets, or whatever you think will make the next wave easier. It's a nice little addition that adds some multiplayer fun and definitely helps the game's replayability. We need more good multiplayer experiences, especially co-op. I mean, everything else about this game is pretty standard. Some of the parts are really funny as well. There's a part when you're in a motel room and you walk through the door, and then there's one of the bugs from the movies, you know, the ones, and they ask you to either get out or get in the tub, and I just thought that was a really, really nice touch. It was quite funny. Also, deneuralizing people is quite an interesting thing to do on this game. If you were caught trespassing or doing something you shouldn't, the NPC will run off and ask for help. Now, it doesn't actually amount to anything, which is kind of a shame. They don't call the police, or they don't call an agency, or nobody comes to kind of like help. They just stand in a corner and just cry. And then you've got deneuralize them so they forget that you were there. That seems like a missed opportunity to add a little bit more suspense to the game and give you a reason to deneuralize people. Though I haven't got through the entire game yet, so I am missing a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but I am definitely enjoying it. I did suspend disbelief at times and did forget that I was actually in a game, which is what you want from a VR title. I also found myself walking across my room inadvertently, which is probably a sign that I'm a little bit too immersed. Now, I'm sure the developers are hoping the IP, the solid performance, and the decent graphics are enough to make people want to buy it. But should you buy it? I mean, it's a small game in relation to its size. It's around 8 GB if I remember, so it's not going to take up much space if that's something you care about. I would definitely say that this game nails the weird alien-esque setting of the movies, and I found it hilarious that you can sometimes interrogate these people and you end up slapping them, like if that's some kind of Will Smith reference. You know what I'm talking about. And performance-wise, I did have quite a lot of glitches early on. Now, this was before the game was released, quite a bit before the game was released, so I would expect the game to have some glitches. They were really annoying, not like my character would just kind of freeze, but it is a solid game that does justice to the Men in Black IP. It's got a decent story, solid voice acting, and some funny moments. But I do fear that compared to other games available right now, like Deadpool VR, this game could fall a little into obscurity. I also encountered a ton of glitches during my playthrough, which tainted the experience quite a bit, so I hope they have been ironed out for the full release. So Men in Black Most Wanted is available for $20, but you can get 20% off using code VRLAD at checkout.